Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it is. Yeah, welcome. I've just pressed Siri by accident on my phone. So yeah, we are live. I'm Abs of October Red, and we are live for the Beterbiev Smith watch along. My eyes are burning. I am absolutely knackered, but we're here because there was no way I was missing this fight live. How are you all on this cold winter Sunday morning? If you're in the UK, if you're in Oz, maybe it's the afternoon. USA, nighttime. Yeah, we're all over the place, but this was a fight I definitely weren't missing. I've enjoyed the last fight as well. You know, the Billy Murdoch. I've been up since 2:45, but I kept on putting the clock back and the clock back because I wasn't sure about the other fights on the card. But this native in Billy, Canadian native, has done really well. Interesting, good fighter, really making use of that small ring. Are we even going to talk about the size of the ring? Buddy McGirt speaking with Sky Sports, um, saying that, obviously home fighter, he's made the choice. They're not going to object to it. They're just here to get on with it. Um, Listen, Chris, I feel I've put the glasses on, not because I can't see, it's because they're burning like suns in the socket. Hate boxing at this time. My eyes are becoming like Davros from Doctor Who. I've stayed up. Oh no, you've actually stayed up. But fair play. No, I went to sleep. I went to sleep about 10:30, 11, which was probably worse. I might as well have just stayed awake. Hasn't the lead up to this fight all week been phenomenal? I've loved it. X has been boxing Twitter, or boxing X as we should call it, has been the place to be this week with this fight. Um, we've had so much happen with it. We've had excellent coverage, and I want to give a massive shout out to Andy Scott from Sky and Andy Clark. Sorry, I was just trying to listen to what Billy was saying, but speaking in French. Um, they've done really good coverage, so we've got a really good insight of both Beterbiev and Smith while out there. We've heard all sorts of stuff. We've heard of atypical findings. We've seen Beterbiev get annoyed about it. We've seen releases on he's not happy about what's been said about him with this atypical finding. We've had Eddie Hearn put in his point of view on that. Then we've had Victor Conte come for Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn go back at Victor Conte. Twitter, or X, I should say, has been the place to be. The updates have literally been coming in second by second every single day. And it just gives credit to the fight for what it is. What channel is the fight on, D? Um, I'm watching it on Sky Sports. It just depends where you are. Sky Sports Arena. Obviously, if you subscribe to Sky, it's not pay-per-view. Think if you're in America, it's ESPN, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. Yeah, it's ESPN if you're in the States or wherever else broadcasts on ESPN. I hope that answers your question. But yeah, literally this week has been action packed and I've loved it. If you guys know me, you know that I'm an Artur Beterbiev fan through and through. Always have been, always will be. But I was one of these that said at the beginning of the week, I think I put my name on it. I said it on X. I think that Callum could do it with a hook. And as the weeks gone by, I'm like, why did you say that? Why have you said that? You're a Beterbiev fan. Why have you changed your mind? Um, but yeah, I've said it now. But I don't know. I actually don't know. We'll see what happens. Um, Survivor Burning Heart describes this fight. It's going to be war. Total war, Chris. Mr. A? Is that the actual Mr. A? Because your profile, if that's the original Mr. A, Please say it's you. Have you changed your profile picture? Because I'm used to just like the blue letter A. And if it's not you, sorry. I'm pouring out my heart to some random guy that's just said October Red Boxing. But good morning to you as well. Who have you guys got? I know the majority. I guess the majority are going to say Beterbiev. But what are you thinking? How does this fight go, in your humble opinion? Us as boxing fans, us that have got a lot to say. What are we saying about it? Um, what time's the ring walk? Well, it's 4 o'clock now. It was supposed to have been 3:45, Coley. So I'm not sure. Um, it's up next. We can say that much. Chris has said I've gone Beterbiev round 10 to 12. Eventually breaks Smith down, but Smith has a good chance despite inactivity, which suits his weight. The hook and the body shots can do it for him. Yeah, because he's got power as well. Callum does carry power. I was always not ridiculed, but I was always corrected. Like, why do you always not remember Callum Smith? Because I've still got Callum Smith in the lower weight. My brain's never really caught up that he moved up to light heavyweight. So every time I talk about the light heavyweight division in the UK, he was a fighter that I've always missed off unintentionally. I know he's been light heavyweight for a minute, but because he's so, you've seen his demeanour, he literally just is in the background. So I thought, you know what, I've got to give him a chance. We've got to give the Brit the chance. No, no, I don't think it's a hype. I just think people are saying that it's a possibility. D. If you go back and you look at the fight that Anthony Yard had with him, Anthony Yard started off really well, and we saw some possible openings and some things that a fighter could try and capitalize on. That there is that there. We do know that Beterbiev has got the ability to be dropped, but he's still gone on to win the fights, even with a smashed head, a gaping cut across the whole of his head. So it almost seems impossible to give anyone a chance. When you look at it, so you've got Beterbiev. He debuted in 2013. Callum was 2012. Callum 29. What is he? 29-1, and 21 of those of KOs. Beterbiev 100%, 19 fights, 19 KOs. This geezer is formidable. You look at it on paper and it goes one way. So when you say hype, I guess it's just people trying to get behind Smith. But that 100% KO ratio, when you know that he's been dropped, when you know he's been cut, and he still manages to get up and stop his opponents, I guess people are going to say you're crazy to back Smith, but we'll see. Ancient Martin, discipline. I'm going with Mundo stoppage. Okay. Beterbiev is on the slide, but Smith is good enough to take advantage. I hear that, D. Do you think Beterbiev's actually on the slide, though? I wouldn't say he's at his peak now, but I'd say he's plateaued. Would you? What makes you say that he's on the slide? That's the only thing. I'm not convinced with Beterbiev being on the slide. I'm convinced of him. He's obviously older. He's 38. I don't know where people are getting 40 from. He's 38 years old. Callum's 30. 8 years difference. But he's a different kind of animal, isn't he? Different kind of animal. Morning. Yeah, morning. Gosh, I need to get some water. My throat is as dry as anything. Beterbiev hasn't had a big money fight. I hope Beterbiev gets the Saudi bag versus Bivol right at the end of his career. I hear that. I mean, that's the fight. I mean, everyone's saying, oh, yeah, should Beterbiev come out the side of this. He will fight Bivol in Saudi. You already know the Saudis have. They've probably that fight's already been signed. They literally like to look forward and say, "This is the fight that we want," and they like to sign those contracts based, I guess, on the fact that you come through your last fight. I like the Saudi mentality: winner stays on. I know a couple of people were laughing at me when I said this kind of tournament style boxing. No way would Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren work together, but everything that we foresaw, or I definitely foresaw happening, is starting to come out now in Saudi, and I think it's brilliant for boxing. It's going to be fire with fire, and we've seen that with the fights that we've just seen. I watched a little bit of the Murdoch fight, and I've watched obviously the Mbili one that he's just won. No, Mbili and Murdoch. Yeah, the one before that. But I don't really know anything about those fighters. But I'm saying that the smaller ring would just force you together, won't it? You can't really, you haven't really got much space to run. What was that like? Over in Spain. And happy birthday when it was your birthday. What an atmosphere. I bet. It's full of Brits, wasn't it, over in Spain? Is it ring walk time? And I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous about this fight. Yeah. But if you've just joined, I'm Abs of October Red. This is a watch along. We're not streaming the fight on here. It's literally if you're watching the fight and you fancy listening to somebody alongside it, it's myself. That's what we do here. Beterbiev Smith, the unification, 3 belts, IBF, WBC, WBO titles on the line to head towards, hopefully, an undisputed bout. I cannot wait for this fight to start. They're just doing some reruns of Beterbiev previous fights. What I like about Beterbiev, and I posted on my Instagram, if you're not following that, it's October Red Media, and I'm also on X, October Red UK. Over that style, Russian, Asian style of fighting, I like the way that they train. I like the way that they do their conditioning. They use a lot of kettlebells. They use the mace, the clubs, stuff that I like to use. It's functional. It moves with the body, and it really does rip you into shape. It builds endurance, and it helps those shoulders, because we know forever that, boxers are haunted with shoulder injuries. I like the way that they do their running up in the mountains, shadow boxing, all of that. I like their style of training. I've always watched Dmitry Bivol. I used to obviously watch Triple G, Artur Beterbiev, Sergey Kovalev, all of them from over that side. I like their style of fighting. So yeah. Chatting boxing with Yemi. Good morning to you. The big question is, who is Callum Smith actually beaten? I'll leave that one for the chat. A one-armed, washed-up George Groves and a career middleweight in Hassan Nadam Najikam, who again was washed up. I think that's a bit harsh, when you say that fighters are washed up, I never like to really say that because it's disrespectful, but that's just me. Experienced, on the decline maybe, but washed up, it's a bit harsh, Yemi. If you only had a few hours sleep. Wee. Mr. Flash, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's good, Mrs. Red? Boxing 2024. Start off with a bang. This card was very entertaining. I've got to go back and then watch it. Why have I got that? Oh, he's Callum's 33. I thought he was 30. My bad. Just looking at the tail of the tape now. I need to watch back the card because, sorry, I was asleep until about 2:45. Also, he lost at European level, fringe level fighter in John Ryder. So where is this Callum Smith hype coming from? He gave us a piss poor performance when he fought Canelo. And I think that Canelo fight will haunt him for the rest of his life, to be honest. He knows that performance wasn't the best. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Um, the Brit bias, I get it. We have that. I haven't got that all the time. Not if I've been following a fighter for a very long time. But I do have it majority of the time, but not all the time. I want Smith to do it as I'm a British and a Smith, and Smith family is well respected. And they are. I like the way that they travel out together as well. I like that closeness of them. Four brothers, four boxers, boxing family. I love that. So yeah, that is nice to see. And they're nice guys. I've met them all. Very very nice guys. And maybe that's why I'm saying let's give Callum a chance. Are they ready to do this ring walk? It's going. It's getting a bit quiet now. Let's have a look. The officials in the ring. Can't believe this fight's actually happening. How many times has this been postponed? Is it just the once? Buddy McGirt confident in his fighter as well. We saw, I had him on the channel and he said he's got to get that respect early from Arta. There's no way you can walk into this and think that you can gain that respect mid to late rounds. You've got to show him that you're in this from the beginning. So are they trying to say they want this to be, a short night? Are they looking to get him out there quickly? As they know, as the rounds go on, it favours Arta. It's a tough test. It's a tough test for anyone. And we look at the performance of, Dmitry Bivol, who looked disappointed in himself after he fought Lyndon Arthur. So yeah, I still think, and I've said it already, Beterbiev beats Bivol, but we'll see. Let's have a look. Coley says Eubank or Yard to get the winner. Oh, there he is. See, that's the Mr. A that I know. So apologies to the other Mr. A. I was giving you really warm welcomes, but this is the Mr. A that I'm used to. Hey, right, morning. What time are they scrapping? I'm waiting for the ring walk now. But they're doing a bit of talking, as am I. It's 12 minutes, 13 minutes past 4 in the morning. I've been up for an hour already. You think Bivol beats them all? I don't. I called a really brave one the other day. And I said, if we get more activity out of Joshua Buatsi, I think Buatsi beats Bivol. And when I look back, I really think Buatsi should have took that fight. I understand, he changed promoters and whatever, but he should have took that fight. But that's just me and my wild takes. I do have these wild takes. People think, what the hell is she on about? But it's my opinion. But by the by, it hasn't happened. We'll see what happens with tonight, and then we will see what happens with Buatsi and Aziz, or you should say Aziz Buatsi, because as Aziz quite rightly pointed out, it's his belts that are on the line. I don't know if anybody watched that, the face-off with them two. That was good. Bivol dazzles Buatsi. I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced. You could, like I said, you could even see the disappointment. Bivol's got beautiful feet and stuff, and his in and out game's lovely. But you could see how disappointed he was. Because another thing, technical boxer, people want to see, the knockouts. People want to see, is he able to get those stoppages? And that question mark over heavier fighters, it can weigh them down. And we saw that in his post-fight interview. He spoke about his hand surgery, maybe not putting himself out there as much as he should have. He can't really be talking like that. But He's back in camp. I've seen him on IG. He's posting up him hitting the heavy bag. What's Bob Arum saying? I saw something on the X, what Bob Arum said, but I hadn't listened. No, because that's not my style. That's for Tunde. Tunde does his thing. I do mine. Late and evening. Good evening. Round 9. Beterbiev. So you reckon it's going that far? Don't you like when you look at Beterbiev's record? He's got different. He's got short, mid range, late rounds, final rounds for his stoppages. He's varied, isn't he? You can't really tell, or even early rounds. There's such a variation, but every fight on his record is a stoppage, is a KO. Now that is beautiful. That is beautiful to have. I'm not even that bothered about the zero, but every single fight he's won is by KO or stoppage. That's beautiful. That's an achievement, isn't it? Because what does that do? It builds up, and psychologically, people, I don't know, fighters, if there's any fighters listening in, if you know you're going to go in with him, you've got to have a really strong mindset that you're not going to be the next one that he's going to stop. Because to me, that's an intimidating record to go in up against somebody with that percentage. When you look at the wars that he's been in and what he's come through, and he still manages to get up and finish the job. Beautiful. Yeah. Right, Mr. A. I want Smith to get it done. Sorry, AP. I want Smith to get it done, but I reckon Beterbiev. All right, another one. So we've got two of them saying round 9. Easy on the in and out. I don't know, but that's the style. And I'm not going to go to the gutter today. I'm going to stay on surface level and behave. But one thing I will do, and I did say I was going to do this, and good morning if you've just joined Abs of October Red. As you can see, it's the watch along, the unification, Beterbiev, Smith. So welcome to you. A warm welcome as well. Crazy hours. Let me know where you're from in the chat, actually, and what time it is where you are. How many Brits have we got in here? How many crazies have we got in here that's got up or stayed up to watch this fight? No, I haven't. Good morning as well. I haven't been to Canada, no. Cardiff. Welsh. We love the Welsh. I need to do some history. I'm like studying a little bit about British history. And I'm convinced. Well, I've got my own theories, and when I've done my study, I'll actually let you know what my theories are. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to refresh the app just in case I've lost some time, because last time I was behind. So let me just refresh it and make sure that I'm on the same time. Broad Street, Birmingham. Hold on. Sport. Let's get this back up. Because somebody said here they come, so I'm thinking, am I behind again? Yeah, you're right. Mundell's nice, lovely red outfit from Callum. Relatively short walking. Bloody hell. So yes, good morning to Wales. Darren Aston, good morning, Darren. Fellow Brummie. Not long to come on, Smith. Oh, look at him. Look at Arta. Oh, we've got to big up the Brummies. Of course we have. No, you're not. No, you're not. Honestly, I believe Beterbiev doesn't look for the KO. He's just got ridiculously heavy hands. That's steel training with good boxing skills, and it's a skill that makes him open up his opponents for those power shots. I like that because he targets you. He looks at you, and I say that he stands in front of you, and it's almost like he's looking for those angles to get those shots in, so they're meaningful. He doesn't waste his shots. Oh, sorry. There's me saying Smith's going to do it. Anyway, not really. I remember Q Club in Birmingham back in the day. Yeah, Q Club. Yeah, we had a few good clubs actually. Um, we had a few good nightclubs. Q Club was good. Beterbiev on points. You think this is going to points? Not you don't think this is going to be his 20th stoppage? Oh my god, the bell. Hold on. Mr. A, you're not from Birmingham, are you? Porsche Club. Oh, flipping hell, now we're going back. Do you remember Verley's? Branston's? Birmingham did have some really good nightclubs, but there was always something going on, and just a lot of them got locked off. I guess we've got the same thing down in Chinatown now. But I'm too old for nightclubs. I don't do any of that. Yeah, I don't think it goes to point. Oh, Grand Rising from South London. The Southerners are here, everybody. Welcome. Is it Palico? Old Orleans. Yes, I did. Smith's left thigh gets busted and stops fight. That's very to the point and accurate. Accurate. Where the judge is from. Oh, that's a nice variation. One home judge for each of them. Yeah, I do remember Old Orleans. Beautiful. Broad Street. Broad Street had some really nice places, but like I said, I wouldn't know now. Liberties, Hagley Road. Gosh, yeah, we're going back. 25 quid, or you could drink. Flipping heck. Oh, did you? I knew there was a reason I liked you, Mr. A. Sorry, AP, because we've got a Mr. A. There's two of you. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on. Location. I've just got to sort out the location and the equipment, and it will start. Um, it will. It's down to me. I've got to buy some equipment and possibly get a team. I'm gonna have to face the facts that I'm gonna have to get people that I trust to work with me because I can't do it all on my own. That's the problem with me. I like to do everything on my own, but I don't think I can do it on my own. But it is gonna be there. It is gonna be there. I've lined up a few guests for it for the proper one. Yeah, I don't know where that is, and I don't know what you're talking about. No, I really do like Callum Smith's outfit. I really like that. It looks really good quality. The only reason why I'm looking at stuff like that is because I know I need to get some my own tracksuits made up. So when I turn up to weigh-ins and presses, I'm advertising my own channel. That's why I said that. Irrelevant to you, but that's the reason why I'm looking at it. Here we go. 38, 5'11", 175. 350 days ago was his last fight. Anthony Yard, TKO, round 8. He turns 39 on January the 21st. Birthday boy. Almost. 8 world title defense. This guy is something else. All right. The wait is over all week, and the wait is finally over. God almighty. Look at all the belts. Look at the belts. This is epic. Really shouted, come on, Arta. Come on, you can't hear me. May the best man win. Yeah, Old Orleans was a good club. And they had some nice food in there, actually. I remember having some good cocktails. Oh no, Leighton says Smith's got no chance. Oh, touch gloves, it's over. It's over. Come on. It's not over. It's just starting. Are we sitting comfortably? Are we ready? Are we ready for an apps? Oh, here we go. Bell one goes. Beterbiev goes straight to the center of the ring. High guard. Goes in, touches him with a jab, pushes him back, goes straight to the body. Callum Smith tries to throw a jab, didn't land. Beterbiev straight away comes in with the attack to the head of Callum Smith. What's going on? He's attacking already. Okay, Smith throws back, covers up, throws back with the jab. Already, that a triple jab coming in from Beterbiev, pushing Smith back to the ring. Smith gets off the ropes, comes back with his own 1-2, that leading left hook of his on the 2. The jab, but Beterbiev still takes the center of the ring. Using his jab as a feeler, he's finding his range. Callum's coming in with the 1-2. Beterbiev just slips a jab from Smith. Smith throws a 1 and then the overhand right. It seems to land, but not phase Beterbiev. Beterbiev pushes Callum back to the ropes. This ring is really small. A jab comes in from Beterbiev. A 1-2-3 answer from Callum. 1-2 from Beterbiev. I think he's still trying to range find. Callum comes in with an uppercut and the hook, but Beterbiev backs out the way, just misses it. There's a significant height difference between these two. Callum is quite tall, isn't he? He's over 6 foot. Beterbiev not on 6 foot. Nice combination there from Callum. Now Callum takes the centre of the ring, but Beterbiev pushing forward with the double jab. Nice, like we've got looping shots. Nice controlled shots coming in from Callum to Beterbiev. Nice, lovely stiff jab from Callum. Nice counter from Smith. 1-2 from Callum. Callum's very, very active in this opening round. He was able to avoid a hook that was going to come in from Beterbiev. The size difference with these two, anybody else noticing that? A nice opening round from Callum. Okay, we see some work coming to finish off the round from Beterbiev. Combinations upstairs and downstairs. Round 1 over. What a lovely first round to start. My nerves have dropped now because round 1's. Smith has got no chance from Evelyn. This could be over early. And the problem is, Smith hasn't beat anyone. I think they, was it boxing with Yemi said that earlier. Hasn't beat anyone of note apart from, see, there's that word washed. I don't know what it is, you know. I think maybe because I've met so many fighters, I struggle with using words like washed and bomb, and I can't do it. It just feels like I'm swearing at him. Do you know what I mean? But whatever. His brother's talking to him as well. What's Buddy saying? He's giving the first round to Beterbiev, and he's doing well to stay off. So two people have got Beterbiev up. Right, Beterbiev back into the centre of the ring, looping hands over the guard of Callum Smith. Callum Smith comes back with the jab, but the 1-2 coming back in. A more confident approach from Callum this time. You know, the haunting fight that lives over the head of Callum is his performance against Canelo. But I think he's determined to put that rumour to bed. So we're not seeing a tentative Callum. We're seeing a Callum that's okay with putting his foot down. But we are now starting to see the shots that Callum is throwing. They're starting to bounce off Beterbiev. And I think now Beterbiev has got his range. He's, like I said, Beterbiev doesn't waste shots. He's not somebody that's going to waste anything he throws. He hasn't got time for that. And I'm just watching. 1-2 again from Callum, 1-2-3. Jab to the body to finish. Beterbiev throws the one jab. Hook to the body, I think that was from Beterbiev. Hooks to the head. Smith covers up. Who said points in here? I hope this doesn't go to points. I've watched this for blood and guts. Right, we've got Smith always manages to push Beterbiev back for a minute, but Beterbiev will always end up back in the centre of the ring. But I think he's doing that to make Callum come forward. But no, Beterbiev's gone back forward with the shots. I think he's trying to attack the body of Callum. Callum's got a lovely output. He's thrown that left hook twice now on Beterbiev, and he's not moved. He's thrown it again, the hook again, not moved. Beterbiev just has this strong stance, centre of the ring. A nice, lovely, solid jab from Beterbiev. He's got his range now. Now Beterbiev, watch what he does. Now he's going to look for the openings. That's another hook thrown to Beterbiev from Callum, and it's not phased him. Watch what Beterbiev starts to do now. Not wasting any shots, getting his fighter to come in, and he's going to start to go for angles. That was a bit of a wild shot from him there. Okay, round 2 down already as they both walk back to the corner. Okay, you're saying that one's for Smithy. I'll name this account later. What we got now, guys? Leighton's got even. Even Steven scores at the doors. Yeah, because you could see that Arthur was sussing out his range, the taller fighter. So both of you in agreement here. Okay, fair enough. Got two of you that are on the same page. Right, don't let him box. That's what Beterbiev corner is saying to him. Don't let him box. All right. Okay. He's not as tight as he was when I've seen him fight before. He's all right. It's interesting that Beterbiev's corner is saying don't let him box. Interesting. So basically, time to nullify everything that Callum is throwing at you. And Callum is throwing quite a few shots. We've got the jab head, jab body, albeit Beterbiev is slipping some of those shots, covering up, and some of them are going off the shoulders, going off the gloves. Beterbiev is throwing out a jab. Smith answers, comes back with his own jab, knocking the head back of Beterbiev. Other shots coming in, bouncing off his gloves, bouncing off his elbows. Beterbiev pushes. Smith, oh! That was a lovely left hand from Beterbiev then. You saw Smith's face. Rock. 1, 2, 3. We're getting inside fighting. Lovely. Counters from both men. Callum pushes his shoulder forward to try and get the uppercut in. Going inside. I'm saying about a low blow there. Good footwork by Beterbiev as he spins off the ropes. More competitive than I thought. Callum is really in this fight. Oh, struggled with his range there. Beterbiev comes in and answers the shots that Callum was throwing out, pushing Callum back onto the ropes. The ref comes in. Nice, lovely, stiff jabs coming in from Beterbiev. And he jabs to the head, jabs to the body, and goes again, countering the shots, jabbing again. Right, here we go. This is Beterbiev now. He's got, yeah, right. Here we go now. Here we go. This is the Beterbiev that we know. He's looking. He's found his range. He's comfortable now. Smith is slipping shots on the ropes, throwing a shot out, but a 1-2, but overreaching into the shots. Beterbiev has found his range. This is where the problem is, because now he's going to start to hit at will. But Smith smothering, trying to smother the work that he comes back out with. Both men take back the centre of the ring. We've seen a more meaningful jab, uppercut coming in from Beterbiev. Callum throwing the 1-2, but overreaching. Smith's throwing shots, missing, trying to go to the body. Jab comes out there from Smith. Skims the face of Beterbiev. Flipping hell, these rounds are going quick. Kyle Monaghan, good evening, good evening. Smith's well in this fight. Don't get inconsistent. Hold on a minute. Oh dear, his face is marked up to hell. Jeez. Oh my God. His nose bruised, under his eye bruised. He's breaking him down. Smith's well in this fight. Don't get inconsistent and jab their head off and move. Body's telling him to go to the body. Right, it's telling him he's got to go downstairs. Stop going for the head. Start to attack the body. Don't worry about the head. Keep your head moving and start attacking the body. Jay Lanks, good evening. How are you? Happy New Year. Smith looking gassed. He's looking battered. Oh my Lord. This is Beterbiev though. This is what he does. He breaks you down. 2-1 Beterbiev. Smith is going to get caught by a counter. Chin up in the air when Smith throws. And that is probably because he's gasping for air. Here we go. The shots are meaningful. Beterbiev hasn't got a mark on him. Do you see what I mean about the power shots? What I was saying to you before about the type of training that they do. Right, here we go. The thing is, Beterbiev has took several of Callum's hooks, and not moved. Oh, he's wobbled him now. Beterbiev has wobbled Callum with the same shot. Here we go. Beterbiev punching in bunches. Callum slipping and slipping. He's going for it. This is what Beterbiev just attacking the face. Just constant attacking of the face. Smith is slipping. The ref is taking a close look. This could be over. Beterbiev is hammering him to death. Smith's hands are dropping. He is struggling. Look at that. His shots that he's throwing out. 1-2, no power. Beterbiev clumping with those clumping punches. He's Beterbiev is Beterbieving. What can we say? Look at this. The art form. Oh, this is 38. What is 38? Look at he's going again. Now look at we've got bruising on the chest of Callum. You can see now Callum's lost the power in. Oh, but that was a nice uppercut. He caught Beterbiev then, but he's taking those breaths. Jab coming out from Callum, but once, like I said, Beterbiev gets inside, he's gonna find the shots, and all he's doing is jabbing his face off because he knows his face is bruised. Massive dent in Smithy's nose as well. I don't know if he's body shot there from Callum. He's throwing 3 hooks. Beterbiev bouncing off him. Jab to the body. Hook once again. Beterbiev throws the backhand. Oh dear. Oh, well, Beterbiev. Everything Callum throws out at Beterbiev, he answers times 5. Are you throw a jab? I'll throw 3. You want to attack me with a hook? I'll hook it to your head and your body. It's just an onslaught at this point. Very, very one-sided. Calm. Beterbiev is like a Nando's. Full chicken with sides. It creeps up and irons you out. Stop. He's saying stop looking for the knockout to the head. Go to the body. They know you catch and counter. So start digging the left hand to the body. Blood coming off the swadding that is being used to pat down the face of Callum Smith. Your typical British lads are worlds apart from the other proper champions. Yeah, you're right. Worlds apart. Worlds apart. 3-1 Beterbiev. 3-1 Beterbiev. Yeah. That he knows. As soon as he got into range, I thought he's going to start to take him apart now. But it's beautiful to watch. Beterbiev is beautiful to watch because he's so calculated in what he does. He'll let you get comfortable in the first round, maybe in the first couple of rounds. He doesn't rush his shots. And then once he gets in that distance, he looks for where to hit you. And the weakness here is Callum Smith's head. Right, 1, 2, 3 coming in from Callum, but Beterbiev conditioned comes back with even that stiff jab is pushing Callum Smith back onto the ropes. Yeah. He's something else. So when we look now, Body's clearly, given a game plan. But is Callum listening to the game plan? He said, go for the body. Stop trying to headhunt him. He knows that you catch and counter. You've got to do something else now. Arthur just pacing himself. Lovely. Light on his feet, but he's able to sit down on his shots. Show that power. Demonstrate that power in the ring. Calculated. Beterbiev covering up. Throwing out that stiff double jab. Well, that one wasn't even stiff. It was like a tap. But you know the power that he carries in his punches. 1-2 coming in from Beterbiev. Callum dips the head down. Ref separates the two. Callum now trying to attack the body. Maybe feinting with a few shots, but he's not getting the target. Beterbiev comes in with the jab. And Smith's face is looking more ruined as the rounds go on. We're in round 5 now. We can see bleeding, I think, from the cheek of Callum. And Beterbiev's just so comfortable. He's able to tuck up. He knows he can take the shots. And he comes back now with his 1-2. Callum answers with a hook to the body. unfazed. Beterbiev still marches forward. This is like dinner time for him. Oh, he's so calculated. Look. All right. Don't get me wrong. All right, a couple of shots Beterbiev might miss. He might, but other than that, his shots are timed perfectly. They're hitting the target. Like I said, he almost looks at it. It's like he's looking at a heavy bag and deciding where he's going to hit it, knowing that obviously it's not a heavy bag, it's a person. It's going to hit him back. He's calculated. Look at the state of Smith's face. And you've got to think Smith is a taller fighter by inches, and his face is marked the hell up. Calm saying Callum needs to let his left hand go and fight fire with fire. Why, sir? I don't think he can with this one. 4-1 Beterbiev, 4-1 Beterbiev. It's just a routine. And yeah, it does look like that, AP. I can't believe we're at what, round 6 already. Somebody said points. I can't remember. Somebody said points, and I was surprised at that. Was it you, Cornell? Did you say points? Somebody said points. A couple of you said round 9. Beterbiev very dominant here. I've seen him take possible best shots that he's going to take from Callum, and he's taken them with ease. Callum's caught him with maybe an uppercut and a hook, but Beterbiev just remains unfazed. Now he's starting to let his hands go. This is from Callum to the body and to the head, but Arta just remains unfazed, totally unfazed, marches forward. That beautiful stance of his, throwing out that well executed jab. And look at that. He's able to he looks like he's so close, but he's not in range. So Callum with his long levers, throwing that jab, and it's not landing. This is art. It's my it's one of the things that follow me around the house at night. Don't worry, you get used to it, Mr. A. You get used to it. Oh, it wasn't you. Who said it then? Lee Walsh. Good morning. Not watching the fight, but by all accounts, Callum has been very disappointed. I expected a lot more. I think it's the caliber. It's just the caliber. Here we go. Beterbiev comfortable on the back foot, but I think he wants Callum to come in. So he's almost like some of the punches are goading him to get that counter from Callum so he can counter that counter with a more aggressive punch. He throws the hook. This is from Beterbiev. The double jab. Hitting him clean on the face. The ears as well with these hooks. He's so accurate with his punches. Oh, I think that was a lovely screw shot there from Beterbiev, touching Callum on the cheek. Ooh, I'm telling you, Beterbiev beats Bivol all day long. He's the only one that I think that will remain unbeaten. Beautiful work. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, beautiful work. I love this. You know, I'm actually the horror queen to things like that. I have seen some very strange things. I'm not on about my DMs either. You're throwing one shot at a time. Stop worrying about the head. You're trying to knock him out with one shot. Listen, when he comes to you, Yeah, body's telling him he's losing in a polite way. You got to break his rhythm. Fair play. Tolby. So every time I see Tolby, Ringell City, man, Ringell City. How you doing? Cheza, good evening. Callum gets good shots to the body, then he just stops instead of pressing on. I don't get it. It's because he knows what's coming back, I guess. Yeah, it's called my husband. He follows me around the house. He does. 4-2, Beterb, 4-2, 5-1. You two were close, and now you're slightly differing. Don't think Canelo will be calling out Beterbiev, even as a great and as brave as he is. Nah, he won't. All day, Beterbiev beats Bivol. The man is a machine. You can't argue with it, can you? It's like I said, it's just getting in the ring, knowing the capabilities of Arta. Look, he's going in for the onslaught now. Smith swings off the ropes, pivots off the ropes. He's still headhunting. Everything that body's saying to him, he's not listening unless he's trying to get his guard up so he can attack him to the body, throwing those headshots initially, but he just doesn't seem to be. Oh, he's off balance there. Off balance there. Beterbiev goes in for the kill. He's throwing his 1-2, 1-2, and onslaught. Smith is trying to avoid these shots. Arms down, and he's down. He is down. Round 7. On the knee. On the knee. We're on 6, 7, 8. He's up at 8. Breathing. He's unsteady. He's gonna. Not only swore then. He's gonna do it. He runs towards him. He does it. This is what he does. He runs towards him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Onslaught. 1, 2. Going straight for the head. The attack, and he's down again. I'm shouting. I need to be quiet. Yeah. Is it? He's looking. Yeah. He's looking at his corner. Yeah. 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 Yeah, he's called it off. Buddy's called it out. Where's the towel? Yeah, doesn't need to see anymore. Oh, congratulations to Beterbiev. He does it again. Yeah, he's landed. Oh, this geezer. Listen, light heavyweights, all of you, forget it. Age ain't nothing but a number. Beterbiev does it again. You can't. Yeah, well, Buddy jumped in. They didn't. It looks like they didn't have a towel. Save him to fight another day, and it's one of them. Oh, we're getting some love in the chat. Stephanie, how you doing? The man is a machine. He definitely is done, cooked. Yeah. Smith's a warrior. He did his best, but Beterbiev is on another level. You think Yard did better than this? That'll probably be a debate on X later. Joseph has said the same thing. Yard did better than this. Bivol ain't taking nothing. Oh, I know. And I really like that song. The thing is, Aaliyah and I are similar age as well. Terrible, isn't it? I'm going to get that off the screen. But yeah, thanks for that. Yard did way better. Boom. Look at that. Look at that onslaught of attacks that you get. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful work. Yeah, Beterbiev is special. He is. From when I saw him take triple hooks, the counter and the hook, and he was just like, nah. I knew then yeah. Nah, it's not. It's not. It's not Bivol. No, it's not. Look at him. Look at him. Look at Arthur on the screen. Look at him. Look at his face. What's he gonna say? Oh, he sat on the he sat down getting his gloves taken off. 2 minutes into round number 7. So shout out to you that said round 9. So round 7, stoppage. And he was dropped twice. Corner pulled. And still. So you know what we're going to see now? We're going to see Bivol Beterbiev in Saudi. What cards? What are we looking at January? Do you think that'll be on... could that be on AJ's card? The Ngannou, the Joshua Ngannou card? Nah, Bivol doesn't do him. Why are you shouting? I said it. I said Callum could do it. But when I saw him take those 3 hooks, I knew it was curtains. Let's have a look. Beterbiev will retire. After he beats Bivol, he will. We're definitely going to see Bivol versus Beterbiev later this year. Yeah. Masterclass and greatness. Too early for March? Yeah, it might be, isn't it? Because we're at the end of January now. There's to me just being hopeful. Callum is a top-level fighter and an ex-champion. But he's bullying and it's hard to watch. They've made Bivol versus Beterbiev already. It's the onslaught. But you know those fists that are coming towards you from Beterbiev. It's just, you're being hammered. Too early for the AJ card. Bivol Beterbiev has to be a separate main event. Well, yeah, it can be, can't it? I had round 7, but back the Brit. Beterbiev, he will retire undisputed. Chef Vandals. I love Bivol's style and I'm a fan, but no one's beating Beterbiev. I'm inclined to agree. Crash bang. Beterbiev won. Fire. Stop it. Look at the state of his face. Beterbiev is pound for pound number 1. Nobody does what Beterbiev. Yeah. Alchemy, Rip Bivol. I can't argue with that. It is a big enough fight for the casuals to be in Saudi at the main event. He's not beating Bivol. He is. He will. I'm telling you, he'll do it. And that is going to be a definite no, isn't it? He is. He's an absolute tank. I think they've made it. I think it's signed. I think it's signed to happen. They'll probably announce all of this in the next few days. Those Beterbiev training vids are crazy. And I agree. And this is where you see the caliber of the fighter. Beautiful. I'm happy. I'm sad for Callum as being the Britain loss, but I'm happy for Beterbiev because he's an absolute monster. Yeah, I agree. Spot on. And still. So they're going to say anything about announcing the Beterbiev fight now, or? I just want to see what he says. He's very he's a monster. He's the bogeyman in the division for sure. Oh my god, I'm buzzing now. Am I going to go back to sleep? Ooh. Better plug my laptop in before my battery dies. Let's have a look. And there's you all saying Beterbiev. Nah, I was never on about his age, but a lot of people were. But I was one of them that says maybe Smith could do it. Hear me out. But Bivol gives off Joel Joyce vibes. I don't know. Good morning. Yeah, Google what? Hold on, I'm trying to catch up with this chat. Yeah, he won via stoppage, round number 7. Let me just see what he says. But listen, if you guys want to dip off, I'm going to listen to his post-fight speech. Thank you very much for, especially to the Brits that have got up at ungodly hours or have stayed up all night to join in on this watch along. Like I said, I'm forever grateful to the subscribers, to the viewers. Um, oh, bless. Thank you so much, Steph. Steph really looks after me. I'm going to contribute that towards the Fury Usyk and Ngannou AJ. That will pay for both of them now. So thank you very much, Steph, because you know I'll be here doing a watch along again for the Saudi shows because I'm not going out there. So thank you to everybody that joined in. You guys are amazing. I'll see you at the next watch along I'm doing is next week for Jonas Mayer because I'm not going to that fight either. I've got some content that's coming out from GBM Sports, which is run by Izzy Azzy from Sheffield with his fighters. Some content will be coming out this week. I will be attending the press conference for Joshua Ngannou on Monday, so expect some footage from that. I'll try my best to get what I can, but you know it's going to be absolutely chaos. But I'll try my damned hardest to get you guys some conversations, but I can't guarantee it because it's going to be mental, and you know what it's like at these presses. Um, Thursday, I'll be at the press conference for Boxer for Jonas versus Mayer. So I'll have some content then. And Saturday, we will be back for the watch along for that fight as well. Sunday, I'm probably going to do a live panel. We're going to sum up this, and we're kind of like going to do a bit of a review on this week and this fight, and maybe a little bit about the gossip. The review will be out on Monday. That will probably cover this fight and obviously the Joshua Ngannou presser. But that might not be out until either really late Monday or Tuesday. But listen, I appreciate all of you. Thanks for rocking with me. You know what we say? You know what it is. Stay ready. Until the next time, au revoir, arrivederci.